Alright, hello everyone. Thank you for coming out today. I really appreciate it. Now I'm going to start off with showing you a picture of just a normal day in the country of Haiti before the earthquake. Now as you can see clearly, this bus is about to go on the wrong side of the road. And this is how it is on a normal day. It's very chaotic, but I'm showing this to you because I want you to see before the earthquake, if it looks like this, imagine what it would be like after the earthquake. Now for the next couple minutes, I'm not only going to talk about the horrible tragedy of the earthquake, but I also want to show how Haiti has rebuilt since then. Alright, now I've been to Haiti 6 times, and twice after the earthquake, so I've seen how personally it's gotten a little bit better, and I'm going to be taking some statistics from various articles that were written at the time. So a few points we're going to go over is the initial tragedy, some facts about that. Then we're going to go over aid, and then we're going to see how the country recovered and how it's still recovering. According to Disaster Emergency Committee, over 220,000 people died, and that's just an estimation. Over 300,000 people were injured. Now 60% of government and administrative buildings were destroyed or damaged. 80% of schools in Port-au-Prince were destroyed or damaged. This right here is from BBC News, and in the middle of that is the epicenter of the earthquake, and this is showing all of the other cities that were affected from the earthquake. It wasn't just Port-au-Prince. You have Grossière, which is 40 to 50% of the buildings were destroyed. Then you have Léogâne, 80 to 90% of the buildings were destroyed in Léogâne. Carrefour, 40 to 50% of the buildings. Then all the way down here in Jacmel, 50 to 60% of the buildings were destroyed. Now, according to People in Need Partnership Organization, millions of people were left homeless from this. Now, I can talk all day about all the horrible atrocities that happened here, how just devastating it was, and pictures, but you guys have already heard about all that. I want to talk about how, people came to aid these people and how people worked together to really help the Haitians right now. See, the first thing they needed were construction machines, because you had all these cities with people that were trapped and they didn't have the kind of technology to literally lift them out and help them. They also needed medical care. There's the Red Cross that really stepped up, mercy ships. There's Doctors Without Borders, and various volunteers decided to come, and a lot of people also just donated their time and their money. People in Haiti really needed antibiotics, they needed bandages, they needed gauze. That was all donated. And like I said, you had all these cities, people were literally laid out in the streets because there were no more hospitals, or the few hospitals that continued to stand were completely full. So it's hard to believe that there could be a recovery after all of this. And the harsh reality of it, it is very gradual. I went there the summer of 2010, and I was discouraged. I mean, I saw tents everywhere that were broken down. People couldn't even live in them. I saw buildings that were crumbled, and it looked like almost nothing was done. But I came to Haiti again on 2011, and it really started to get better. Things were starting to get rebuilt. Everywhere that I saw broken buildings beforehand, in place of them were construction sites, and I saw barely any tent cities at all, and that was really, really encouraging. In Port-au-Prince, there were schools that were rebuilt. They're rebuilding everything. They're rebuilding their government buildings, their hospitals, homes, churches, and the big thing about this is that they have building codes now, which they absolutely, obviously did not have before. You have engineers in America that are going down to Haiti and training Haitian engineers, and things are starting to get better. It's very gradual, but it's happening. So I think that the biggest thing to take away from all this is that because of the earthquake, how horrible it was, actually what happened was now the world is more aware of the poverty there. So people are working together, and there's more volunteers, more people are donating money, and people are going there, they're literally digging wells, and it's just really getting to be a better thing. So to review the points, we went over the initial tragedy, we looked at the aid, who really stepped up to help, and how it's recovering. So thank you very much. Was anybody going to get any questions?
Do you know what percent of the buildings have been rebuilt?
No, I can't give you an actual statistic of that because I don't know how many fell over, honestly. But I think that from what I've seen going through Port-au-Prince, it looks like, see, I went there last year, so I don't know how it is now. But it looked like about 50% of the buildings that I saw before, like, it wasn't how it was the day before the earthquake. But from now, it looked like about 50% of the buildings in Port-au-Prince last year were getting rebuilt. But all the crumbled buildings were gone. So that was a good thing.
So why is it that you went before the earthquake, continue to go now?
I went because my parents own a medical organization, and I go there to, whenever I get the money, go down and help out. Anyone else?
How are the roads in Haiti?
Absolutely terrible. As you can remember, the roads in Haiti look like that on an average day. And you will be lucky if you don't get dust in your eyes. So, people hanging off of vehicles. That's it. Thank you.